I'd like to make a very quick tutorial on how to use a wiki, which we will use in week 5 in our group project. I find that people have asked for practice with a wiki before the project begins, so I've created a place for you to do something that might actually even prove useful, but certainly has no fear factor with using it. And it's on the main menu right here, and it's called Our Contacts. And what I'm attempting to do here is to create a document that lists all of our people in our class and tells their subject matter areas or area, their current institution, doesn't matter if you have one or not, and experience. Also, you could say inexperienced or just learning, or we'll get there. It doesn't matter. The idea is to use it, and that when it's finished, we'll have a document we can copy and paste into Word and put in our portfolios. So when you click on a wiki that's open, there are only two commands that you need to know, and one is edit wiki content and the other is submit. So when I choose edit wiki content, I'm able to change anything I want on this page. Follow my model. You won't be sorry. Now, I can write as much or as little as I want, but the point is, once I've written it, all I have to do is choose the word submit and it becomes part of the document. Now, here's where people get a little bit upset about wikis. They say, well, suppose I change something that's important. It doesn't really matter because you can always put it back the way it was. I've been playing with this contacts thing, so when I go to this and use the little down arrow here, I can see the history. And you will see that Carol Redline started this, and then as Student Smith, I was logged in our generic student account, I've made all these changes. And here's how the wiki looked the first time. And you'll notice that Betty's name is not there. And on the current version, she is there. So I'm going to close this and go back and see the current version. You can see it, and it tells you, you know, this one was made at 10:14. So on the current version, there's Betty. Now, suppose I lost Betty again. Well, I could either edit and put her back, or I could find the version that has all the changes I want, copy from that version and paste it back into the wiki. Get rid of everything and paste it back. You don't lose people's important work. That's the point. So you're there in the history of it. And now you can even compare the versions, but somebody asked me, well, how do I know what people have done? You can see their name and what they've done, and actually even the time that they have done it. So I am going to now go back on my screen, and I'm going to look at this wiki and tell you something else. Very easy. The wiki that we created, it's just a matter of edit and save, but it's one page. You don't create your own wiki page. Leave that to me. When we do this, you think of it as people coming up and writing on the blackboard in your face-to-face classroom. You don't have 6 blackboards. So we don't want a version for each person in the class. We want one page, one version. So we're keeping it as one page. And really, that's all there is to it. Oh, except that when I'm editing, sometimes strange things happen with formatting, and it can drive you absolutely up a tree. And you do something and you say, oh my gosh, what happened? Well, if you've chosen edit, you can always return to the way it was by using the undo button. Or you can redo once you're in the edit mode. If your hot links don't appear hot, and sometimes they don't, that's because wikis are kind of fluky about things like that, you could highlight it and choose the world to add your hyperlink manually. Don't let the formatting of the wiki upset you, because we can always fix it in a Word document, get rid of it, and bring it back to the wiki at the end of the project. Also, people, there's always somebody in our class that knows HTML and they can clean it up. So don't worry about things like that. And as a matter of fact, wiki means Hawaiian for quick, very quick. And I believe they're talking about a very quick learning curve. The fear and trepidation comes in thinking you could make a mistake, and literally you can't, because every version of save, even if somebody saves 75 times, each version of that save is kept, and we can go back to a version that is important. Okay, have fun. Use this from the main menu to make a sheet of contacts. That'll be our cheat sheet of who's in our class, etc. If you don't want to share your email address, don't. Say, I don't want to share, or don't say anything. That's fine. But it would be nice to have your subject matter, your current institution, and your experience. Now, you might say, Carol, why didn't you make this in a table? When I make it in a table, the formatting gets even more fluky, so that's why I didn't do that. So I hope this is helpful to you, and I am going to stop right now, and you can go play with the wiki that I've created for our class.